Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, featuring today a 1 vs 1 on Langres. This being the 6th of June, of course, 6th of June. Nothing at all happened. Nothing at all. Anyways, we are seeing a Wehrmacht quarters going up right here from WD Tommy, fighting for the 706th Bodenständige Infantrie Division. That is the static infantry division, which were holding the coastal defences of Normandy, where nothing happened on the 6th of June. We are seeing some engineers hanging about here, setting barracks up for Nashka, also known as Nagano, I believe, fighting for the Americans, fighting for the 4th Infantry Division, making its way into further French territory, well, German territory by that time. We are seeing a pretty aggressive start here from Tommy, sweeping in fact towards the west, ignoring any sort of connection, going straight for the munitions, hoping for example perhaps for some... No, he's not hoping for them, because otherwise why would he place his Wehrmacht quarters far over here? Of course he might be sort of hoping to do through that. That is a possibility. Bit of nice little banter there, the American commander taking things a bit more steadily. Of course, first unit out is... No, he's starting out with 3 engineers there, quite interesting, from Nashka. We'll of course have to see how that one works out. Pioneers sweeping up east through the edge of the map. Almost done here with the missions point there, and then almost securing that point. But of course there's going to be some time where this won't actually be providing anything for the war effort of the Bodenständige Infantrie Division, mostly composed of, well, 3rd and 4th rate troops, Osttruppen, basically those were there to sort of make up. They were not really well equipped or well trained, and anyone who was sort of, any decent was quickly sent off to the eastern front to fight there. So generally they were not the elite of the elite, far from it. They were basically just there to hold some prepared positions. That was all that was expected of them. They barely had anything to sort of actually transport their troops or equipment. We are seeing a nice little amount of wire over here to sort of try and protect the western flank, and of course also this high munitions point. So clearly Mr. Tommy here might be planning something with a lot of munitions in it. But we are seeing an MG42 moving out to support initially. So far so good. The Americans are pushing on. We are seeing an engineer squad taking up position there. We are seeing the 1st Rifleman squad heading over westwards towards the fuel point right there, perhaps going to cut off some pioneers, but clearly Tommy is more occupied with the victory point, and he might also be sort of actually intending to sort of mostly focus over here and secure this fuel point instead. Definitely a possibility. We are seeing a bit of sandbags going up here to prepare sort of an assault, but so far no riflemen, but I imagine it might be, in case something actually does happen. Riflemen sweeping up the west. 2nd Volksgrenadier squad ready to support the advance. Moving up, forwards. Engineers quickly taking up position, firing down, but again they're not really going to be doing a lot of damage though. Simply too much being arrayed against them. They won't be lasting long. There we go, 1 engineer down. Looks like that we might be seeing some riflemen sneaking up on the flank. Of course there might be some problems, and we're seeing some engineers sneaking in from the south as well. Little pincer movement. There definitely might be some problems. What will the 3rd unit be for Tommy? Will he be getting a sniper? No, he'll be getting a 2nd MG42. Flamethrowers ready for someone. Western flank largely open, quickly collapsing. And the Wehrmacht swiftly reacts to this aggression by Nashka and the 4th Infantry Division. However shall it be handled?
Stay in the perimeter. Our base is under attack.
Looks like these engineers might be getting themselves a burning surprise. There we go, flamethrowers moving in.
Yes, sir.
Other Volksgrenadier squad just taking some points instead of adding to the fight. Looks like some MG fire happening as well. Engineers being pushed back. 2nd MG42 moving up. A rifleman quickly realizing this is the time to get the devil out of there. In the meanwhile, though, the west is swiftly being secured by American engineers cutting through the barbed wire as well. So not really looking too strong for Tommy and the Bodenständige Infantrie Division. MG42 moving up, flamethrower pioneers, but the pioneers are not really in a good condition. I mean, good focus fire right here from Nashka. Could quickly see the pioneers dead, and there we go, already 1 dead. But now fire and the MG42 ensures that the pressure is too much, and they are pushed away. Volksgrenadiers continue to secure right around under the ages of the MG42. Third squad ready, so 3 Volksguns and 2 MG42s. This is a start that some Wehrmacht players do prefer. They do like it. Rather heavy first tier, although of course a medic bunker might be nice to sort of help with it. Of course the question is, how will Nashka react to this? Ooh, he's getting a weapon support center, probably a sniper, although a mortar could be, although you rarely see it. That is not because it's bad, it's just some people just think the American mortar is bad, but it in fact does the same amount of damage as the Wehrmacht mortar towards infantry. And while it does have a shorter range, if you can get it out faster, of course, which is not impossible, since it's only one building, not an upgrade that is needed beforehand, you can also get quite an advantage early on before even a Wehrmacht mortar can arrive to sort of make things hell for you. Mines going down right there, excellent job from Nashka. Wehrmacht troops pushing on. Oh dear, they're clamping up right at the wrong time. Just as Nashka's 60mm mortar arrives. The Bogenständige Infantrie or Grenadiers are lining up. And there we go, already 2 down. Spread out, man. Oh dear, that was 4 already within seconds of it arriving on the fields. It has scored 6 kills. Flamethrowers rifle hitting the flank. This is absolute carnage. Whatever shall Tommy do? He's going defensive. Feeling this is probably his only hope for survival for the fatherland. Gets powered up, thus giving the troops much more resilience towards American fire, extolling the virtues of holding the line and fighting to the last man. Medic bunker on the way, but this is definitely not very nice for Tommy. Mortar fire, MG42 cleared out. American engineers still getting slightly burned, but so far looks like none are dying. Medics pulling in the wounded, firing coming out from here. We're probably seeing that mortar will be ranging in anytime soon. Yes, there we go. MG42 left behind, could be stolen by anyone. Troops getting reinforced.
To defend the fatherland.
Oh dear, Pioneer squad went down to the mortar. 7 kills already. Really a lot of damage a good mortar can do in support of an advance. Really makes it much harder for the opponent to actually hold the line if where he actually is currently under fire from a mortar. Volksguns moving in, MG42 supporting. Americans stealing away, and MG42 is in BARs as well. More mortar fire, more troops dying. Volksguns caught out in the open, taking losses to the BARs. Oh dear, the inhumanity, but they do manage to get close enough to the medic bunker for reinforcement. Flamethrowers hiding in there. Rifle getting pushed away. Pioneers moving up for the fatherland, protecting them. This is in fact a German territory they're standing in. MG42 getting scorched, could be lost in fact. Yes, indeed, the MG42 squad went down. So that was a bit of a loss right there. 3 rifleman squads all in all for Nashka, but he's definitely done a lot of damage. 1 MG42 down, a Pioneer squad down. Lots of blood, lots of replacements. And already Veterancy 1 for the mortar, making it that much more accurate. I believe Veterancy 2 makes it fire a bit faster as well. Does make it harder to kill. Oh, looks like Tommy has got himself a sniper, providing a bit more killing power. MG40 taking up position in the bar nearby. Mortar though keeps firing away. Volksguns moving up, going for the cutoff point as well. Engineers hiding there. Ooh, mining, excellent job right there by Nashka. 13 kills for the mortar, getting pushed away. Perhaps acting a bit silly, but that happens. Still, Tommy holds on. He's still holding this area reasonably nicely now, finally upgrading his structures. I suppose he's a bit fortunate that Nashka so far has not invested in any sort of vehicles, then he might have been in slightly trouble. But again, I mean, he's not doing too well either now. There's a mortar bombarding his positions. There's riflemen with BARs. He definitely needs something a bit more solid to stop this incursion of the Americans, to really throw them back. And Fraps needs to stop acting silly. Right, ooh! Nice right there, engineer squad went down. Mortar rounds will keep falling. Wiring off this area, jolly good, jolly good. Though it might be an idea to kill these points. Losing a lot of victory points pretty quickly. And also, of course, be careful with that mortar. Of course, he could get a kickbacks up now, get a counter mortar, would work. Definitely make things a lot more painful for the Americans. Let's go look at Nashka, who has not chosen a doctrine as of yet.
We have territory cut off from supply.
And I believe the mortar keeps raking up the kills. 15, forcing the Volkskriegs back. Troops getting sniped. Medic coming under fire. A bit unfortunate that. He's clearly hoping for some grenadiers, but so far they seem to be evading his grasp. Still, he can use that medic bunker to reinforce from due to the defensive doctrine. Mortar moving in for the cut-off point. Tommy advancing. And again, might be an idea to just casually spread out a bit, so that Mortar doesn't get a much easier job. Though he is pulling it back, that's good. He is worrying a bit. Of course, the sniper could do some damage if he gets it up close enough. Sniper away. And there we go, Rifleman getting suppressed. Attacked by Volksgrenadiers. But again, all 3 victory points are currently in the hands of the Americans, although the Wehrmacht is doing its best to sort of retake. Again, down to already 200 victory points.
We're losing a strategic sector.
And there we go, pushing in, the Rifleman hiding there. Volkskriegs taking heavy losses. Not doing well at all. MG might be getting mortared. In fact, also the Volksgrenadiers. Before the fatherland goes up, and I'm not sure these Volkskriegs will make it. Getting through the building. That's definitely one way of doing it. Coming back towards the bunker. Sniper with how many kills? 7 kills. Sturm Armory on the way. We'll probably be seeing an armored car, but at the same time, Nashka is ahead of him with most of the map in his control for quite some time. He's going for the tank depot. In fact, once it's done, he could even be going for the Sherman, which would really make things very difficult for Tommy, who is not really what you'd call prepared for a Sherman.
We are losing a sector.
And there we go, some slightly more veteran troops, the frontline grenadiers, ready to take the fight to the armies. Might be an idea to equip them with a Panzerschreck though. And the mortar keeps on firing. Veteran C2. It's really raking out the kills. It's really getting nasty. And Snipers definitely needs to just keep on killing. He's probably very worried about a counter sniper, but so far it's not really happening. Oh, mine went off. Though looks like he might have lost something, or did he kill something? I'm not entirely sure. Got a report of something, but I didn't quite hear it. 5 points though, hanging about. What could he be going for? Mortar rounds right into German lines. And where are the grenadiers? Engineers, oh, getting hunted or hounded on the retreat, running the gauntlet, and they went down. Afraid. Hang on. Oh wait, I thought he'd lost his grenadiers already. That would be pretty bad. There we go, moving them into the fight. Very close to the mortar. If you get the sniper and he could begin sniping the mortar crew, that would definitely be a great move by Tommy, but no, he's more concerned with some engineers trying to hit the flank. The advance as Reich continues. Volkskriegs now getting pushed back pretty heavily. Wehrmacht doing what he can, but it does not seem to be enough. Sniper gets another engineer squad. In fact, no engineers and many more for Nashka and the 4th Infantry Division, although clearly the Bodenständige troops are not really doing too well. The 708th not really good again. And that was rather a system the Wehrmacht had. They actually graded their troops on what they expected them to do, and so on. And so they would form divisions after that, so they could actually get most out of everyone. Which meant, you know, Panzer divisions, SS units, all that would have the best troops. And then sort of, as went things on, first from Panzer divisions, then Panzer Grenadiers, then Grenadiers, and then sort of the more static infantry divisions, and then so on. Fortress divisions, sort of like that the grading would be. Sort of a fun little fact. You don't hear so much about the Wehrmacht, that in fact actually graded divisions and troops like that. For example, with the American divisions, sort of like everything went to sort of all the other things, and then for the infantry, well, it was just what was left.
Losing a victory point. We are losing a victory
So
point.
fun little fact there. But the Sherman is advancing, and again, Tommy is not really prepared, which is a bit odd, considering usually when you see something like this, of rather heavy infantry prisons and no armored vehicles, for some time it's probably going to be a Sherman that's going to be hitting you.
We have territory cut off from supply.
But he does have one Panzerschreck, firing off a few Panzerfaust as well, perhaps. Definitely not looking very good though for Tommy. His troops are getting hammered. Positions blasted. He needs a Sturmgeschütz. The armored cars definitely not going to be doing much against the Americans and their armor. Still no doctrinal choice. Mortar firing away. 19 kills. Definitely really taking its toll on the Germans. Armored car pushes. Oh, Rifle here getting absolutely slaughtered. Mortar keep raking up. 20 kills already. Getting pushed back. Some folks going to manage 13 kills, and they've probably been in the game for entirety. Oh dear, another MG member down. He's getting hammered. Mortar advances up.
We're losing a munitions point.
Again, Tommy is going to need something a bit more than just a Panzerschreck. Sturmgeschütz would do him quite favorably. Quite favorably, in fact, but he seems to be of another opinion. Though it looks like another Grenadier squad has been reformed, thus even further lending him a bit of punch. And that Mortar just keeps killing. 24 kills. The little Mortar that could. Engineer went down, shot in the face. 18 kills for the sniper. He's catching up with the Mortar, but pretty sure the Mortar's just going to keep up breaking until something finally gets it. And again, there's been no attempt really at counter mortar or counter artillery by Tommy. No need, reverser. Oh, the MG just got recruited, and then a shot from the Sherman cleared it out. Veterans you won for that. 25 kills for them. 27 kills for the Mortar. That's just a killing machine. For the fatherland goes up. Still no sign of the Sturmgeschütz, but looks like a flak is going up. Die Flugzeug up their Kanone. Probably called in from a Luftwaffe unit to provide heavier support. Since clearly this static infantry division is having a bit of trouble finding its packs. And even those that might even have fully have had. In fact, the artillery is mostly Russian or French. Sherman getting hammered, a hit bit in the side. There we go, though. Flak is ready. Nice hit on the Sherman, almost down to half health, if not already there. Veterancy 2 for the Sherman, getting increased penetration. Armor doctrine has been chosen. Calliope is getting ready. This is really going to get unpleasant for the Germans very soon. Another Panzerschreck, which heroically blows up the ground, which the Americans have tread, but that's not really going to do much. Interesting enough, there's absolutely no attempt at sort of moving about here in the western flank, no attempt at harassment, securing the victory point, the munitions, the fuel. Might benefit Tommy if he was to send in some pioneers with a mines over there. Replacement bunker up, probably lost the other one. But I'm not sure to what.
Enemy unit down.
And I fear Grenadier squad might have been lost. But the flak is here. That's definitely going to limit the effectiveness of the Sherman for a while. Until the Calliope moves in, or he could even just, pull up the Mortar and smoke the flak. Then he could probably move in the Sherman as well. Grenadiers getting reinforced. Sniper having the time of his life. Did it? No, it must have been some false guys, then he lost it up there. Oh dear, Calliope right into the mess of things.
Enemy unit.
Oh, he lost the Grenadiers. He didn't retreat them. Tommy, why? Did you think they'd survive being in the middle of a rain of rockets? That's awfully optimistic. I mean, I'm sure the propaganda ministry's other facets might like it, but you know, I also like, you know, stories of troops surviving. MG opens up, and we are seeing once more for the Violent Volkskriegs advancing right into the line of fire of the Sherman. Looks like we might be seeing a sneak attack against the flak. But no grenadiers are moving in to intercept, otherwise they could have taken up position in this house and fired down on the flank, which would have been a problem. Armored car arrives as well. Still no Sturmgeschütz. He's going to need something slightly more mobile to deal with this German. And he's definitely going to need some veterancy then as well, because this German will then win, because it's got veterancy too. What does that mean, some of you might be asking? It's going to have a higher rate of penetration, higher just ability to penetrate frontal armor, which means the Stug will probably lose. Because the Stug does not have a lot of health. Its real advantage against the German is it's very hard for the German to otherwise normally penetrate the frontal armor, but with 25 kills, that's not going to present it a large problem. So let's see what's coming up. But again, if he is going for it, Tommy will be needing some veterancy for it. Oh dear. Oh dear. Cannibals really doing some heavy damage. Lots of troops down. And it is, those seem to have gotten away with it mostly. Except, of course, having just seen their friends blown to bits in front of their eyes. Mortar rounds going in. Nasty kills right there. 28 kills for the mortar. Really doing a lot to make things horrible for Tommy. In fact, let's return to Tommy. Veterancy free for the mortar. That means actually does 50% more damage. Yes, indeed, and that's something the Wehrmacht mortar can't gain. You can't gain a damage bonus. On the other hand, the American mortar can. So now it will actually do more damage than a Wehrmacht mortar. Which means this is really going to wreak havoc on Tommy's troops. Armored car in dire trouble. Need to get away, get away! Don't wait for it in the range of the sticky bombs, Tommy, come on! Oh dear, there we go. And lost the Grenadier squad. Absolutely nasty right there. Not looking good. Armored car blown to bits. Sturmgeschütz ready on the western flank. Without support though. And without veterancy. Might be an idea to get a second Sturmgeschütz. Yes. Sniper getting pushed away. Will he make it? Will he make it? Oh, just barely. Also, I think actually that Nashka might have lost an infantry squad. So that's definitely something. I mean, it's not like it's going completely all the way for Nashka, but on the other hand, he's definitely doing a lot of damage to the Germans. The Grenadiers are holding out as desperately can, and it's certainly nice to see some tactics like this, you know, to quickly get away, you know, get into a building, vacate from the other side. And again, how do you do that? Well, I'll just briefly pause. You know, the trick is to select the building, then there's going to be some sort of unload building over here. Select the unit, check unload or whatever, and then click on the side you actually want to get them out of. If there is a sort of method of getting out there, they will. So, let's return to the fight. Sturmgeschütz moving forwards for the fatherland again, going up. Second Stug ready. Might be an idea to sort of coordinate them, have them work together. And MP40s. Jolly nice, but 31 kills for this mortar. And Sherman moves in, firing away, 26 kills. Stug needs to be careful. And these Volkskriegs need to get out of there, they're getting absolutely hammered. The damage is too much. Rückzug, Männer. Oh dear, he's sending in the Stug on its own versus the Sherman, although it's down to half health. Oh dear, nasty hit. Caution. 4-6. Moving the second Stug to aid it. Already down there to half health. Again, be careful against the Sherman. Veteran T2. Get that other Stug up to support it. Oh dear, we're seeing Allied War Machine. Get it out of there, Tommy. Get the other one to support it. Get the Grenadiers up. Just get it some support. You're going to be losing that, Stug, if you're not careful. Oh dear, it looks like that was a nice hit on the Mortar squad. But I fear this Stug will not make it home to the fatherland. The paint job has been scratched for its final time. So far. Victory point secured, all 3 victory points in the hands of Tommy. But again, if he just could have supported that Stug with the other Stug, he might have won this fight. But again, I fear the Sherman will soon be claiming victory. And there we go, and Veterancy 3. I mean, that's really going to be dangerous now. Not only it's going to have a higher rate of penetration, it's actually going to be doing more damage. I mean, a Veterancy 3 Sherman, I believe, can about do as much damage as a Panther, if I'm not mistaken. And if you upgun it, it's also going to have a much higher rate of penetration. Really, a Veterancy 3 Sherman is not a nice thing to be facing. In particular, not against with unveteran Stugs. I mean, for Sturmgeschütz, that's definitely not to the advantage of Tommy. Although he's getting now another armored car, he's going to definitely need a Kampfkraft sent up. He's going to need some veterancy for his Sturmgeschütz. Grenadiers holding out in the shed, but now they're getting grenaded as well. Forced out. Oh yeah, it might actually be that Nashka lost his veterancy 3 mortar, although he's getting snipers to replace them. And there we go, armor car ready. Kampfkraft center going up. Flak keeps firing. So far, only 6 infantry kills. Oh, lost in a full Grenadier squad. Down to only 2 squads of infantry, so he's about equal with Nashka, actually. And his sniper's actually still alive with 28 kills. That's always something. Oh dear, Calliope might change that. Oh dear. Sniper didn't make it much longer. The Sturmgeschütz, which probably arrived from an independent Sturmgeschütz battalion, does provide a nice amount of support for the Grenadiers. Armored cars probably was the first to arrive from some sort of Panzer division, probably out on training maneuvers, who knows when it all happened. Heavy losses for the rifle out in the middle, although some are veterancy free. Volkswagen's getting sniped. Other Grenadiers, oh, getting hammered by grenades, pulling back for the final moves up. Pioneers moving in. 7 kills for the flak. Heavy losses for the riflemen. Getting pushed away. And no veterancy on the way for the Kampfkraft Center. Come on, Tommy, get some veterancy for that Sturmgeschütz. And I would also definitely make you consider getting a Panzer Command. I mean, you know your opponent's got armor. You know there's going to be a Pershing, and well, I'm not entirely sure this flak might be there always. A Panther with some veterans is probably going to be a much better choice to support the Sturmgeschütz than that. In particular, when you also have a veterancy 3 Sherman lurking about. That's definitely not really going to be beer and skittles at all. It looks like the Bodenständige Grenadiers are not really doing too well. Another assault by the Germans. Volkswagens need to get out of there. Rückzug. Still no veterancy. And looks like some pioneers moving in. Only get bound. Oh, there we go. And a pioneer squad went down. Of course, also note if he gets the 50 caliber machine gun upgrade, that 25% damage bonus is also going to be applying to that. So that really make it dangerous. Really a death machine. But now, of course, they're getting pushed away from the center. Looks like the Grenadiers are about to crack at the end of their wits. Barely anything left. Nice hit from the flak against the Sherman. Another sniper on the way. Very close to getting another squad of Grenadiers right there from the medic bunker. That's definitely helped. Tommy hold out for so long, otherwise he'd probably have been dead by now.
We had our full complement. Yes, sir.
Though definitely some of those Grenadiers were lost in anything but glorious ways.
Volksgrenadiers, 100%.
Another Calliope barrage. Another Sherman arrives. More armor. Hammering the... Oh dear, flag cleared out. Flag cleared out. Sherman moves forward, though heavily damaged. Allied war machine goes up. They need to get everyone to the front. Stuke taking heavy damage. Already quickly going down. Oh dear. Veterans, 3 Sherman went down. Grenadiers arrived with a Panzerschreck and turned the tide. Probably not quite what Nashka had expected to happen. Let's in fact go look at Nashka again. Flak gets recruited by the Grenadiers while one holds out with his Panzerschreck to support. The Stuke might survive. Main gun destroyed. Taking up position in the bunker. And he's in fact not trying to destroy it. Oh, Afghan in fact just got the better guns. But the reason he's not firing on it is because he doesn't want to give Nashka 3 Sherman. And we're seeing, oh, registered artillery. Almost killing the sniper. In fact, killing absolutely nothing. Come on, just knock it out. But again, that's sort of what one hopes might see, of course, in counter to these tactics, if there was to be some sort of like it. It's of course not going to be happening, because again, then in Company Series 2 you might actually be handing over tanks to your opponent. And here's another thing, there's of course been a few interviews, no trailer, no real previews or no screenshots, anything but a few interviews, and one of them seems to indicate that you can actually abandon your tanks and vehicles. Of course, the question is why? And so far the best answer I can give is there apparently are now going to be tank crews as a unit in Company Series 2. Otherwise it's not really going to get much sense to be able to abandon your tanks. So yeah, otherwise not a lot of details I fear out of E3. And so far from what I've been able to learn, there doesn't seem to be any trailer right away either, much to my great sadness. In the meanwhile, Nashka is getting much closer to the Pershing. Riflemen taking losses. Flak keeps running away.
Crap, want their fucking point back pretty bad. Ready to die? Just make it count. Sniper ready for battle.
Armored car moves up. So now he's actually got 2 armored cars on the field. Interesting. Stuke has yet to be repaired. How about getting some pioneers? Mr. Tommy. Some Pioniere. To keep your Sturmgeschütz in tip-top shape and get some veterancy for it as well. Now he's basically salvaging the Sherman. Veterancy 1 for the Stukes. I mean the armored cars, nothing for the armor. Snipers though still about. He could catch them with his armored cars if he tries, and he's lucky enough he could actually tear through them. That would actually be pretty nasty to Nashka. There we go, they have revealed themselves. Armor coming in, heavy fire from the Calliope towards the Volksgrenadiers, trying to take the point, get them out of it. Oh dear. No, they survive somehow, and there we go, snipers reveal themselves. 1 sniper down. 2nd sniper down. That was a rather large chunk all of a sudden out of Nashka's army. Down to just 2 rifle squads, a Sherman and a Calliope. So again, things are looking slightly more even for Tommy once more. But again, oh dear, the Pershing is now ready to be called in. And of course, that's rather going to be the problem for Tommy. There's of course stopping in that, in particular since he only has a flak and a Stuke that can really stop it. I suppose some Grenadiers could also help a bit. So clearly not doing too well. Let's just speed this up a wee bit. Armored car moving up, firing a loose volley, and there we go, the Pershing arriving. Ready to ruin the day of those damn Krauts. Houses getting hammered. Flag. Oh dear, the flag got decrewed just as it happened. Oh, the worst of timings ever. And now the Americans are streaming in. Will the Volksgrenadiers be able to recruit the flag in time? Stuke is in a lot of trouble. armored cars holding back with support from the
Allies are down to 200.
MG. The riflemen are stopped by the Pershing and the
Unit down.
Sherman are still there. Panzer arrive with Panzerfaust, Panzerschreck. I think the Pershing might be getting out of there alive. Veterans who won for the Sturmgeschütz, but I feared it's simply much too late. And the flak has been ruined. Dual Panzerix now for the Grenadiers, for the fatherland in a desperate hope to sort of stave off the worst from the armour. Will they be able to do it? And oh dear, heavy losses to the Grenadiers. They need to get out of there. They need to get out of there before something kills them quite nastily and loses Tommy's 2 Panzerix. He's trying to get that Pershing. He's trying to get it, and Nashka's just sort of teasing it. Or teasing him with it. Armored cars holding back the rest of the American forces, albeit one. Oh dear, has gotten sticky bomb, and now 2 veterans with 3 riflemen for Nashka. And yes, trying to go for that final victory point, but an MG bunker from Tommy holds it heroically. It looks like the medic bunker will be going down. Another flak going up for Tommy. Slightly further out of the reach of the Calliope though, and the armored car just keeps wreaking havoc, but the Pershing arrives. And this is definitely the end of the 2nd armored car.
Enemy unit down.
So there we go, another flank though prepared. Will this be the end of the armor of the 3rd Infantry Division? Oh dear, dual Panzerix and the flank, or the Panzerix could be the end. Main gun destroyed, will the Grenadiers get it? But the engine is still there, and it does have veterans 1, meaning it does move. Oh dear, the sniper was incredibly close to getting crushed by the retreating Sherman tank. Very fortunate. That looks like some more false Grenadiers. No. And the medic bunker is actually still there. Will they get the Sherman? Leaving the house once more to continue the hunt for that damn Yankee Panzer. Will they get it? Yes, indeed. The Sherman went up in smoke and flames. Rather than getting sniped, medics getting murdered. Definitely not looking good. 3 engineer squads to repair that Pershing, but definitely looks like Nashka has finally gained the upper hand, although he's lost the Calliope. And yes, indeed, that was probably due to a rocket barrage from Tommy. That was at least my best suggestion, really. Still, he has a Pershing, still he has 2 veterans with 3 rifleman squads. And there's not exactly a lot Tommy has to stop it anymore. He simply lost too much. There's some slightly unfortunate mistakes here and there. Pershing moving about. The 706th pushing onwards though, despite heavy losses. Despite being slightly and further pushed back. Grenadiers moving up, looks like a freshly formed one. Grenadiers could be taking up position in this building to find down on the Pershing with the Panzerschrecks and receive some protection. Looks like that will be what's happening. I've been getting hammered. And there we go, heavy damage to the Pershing. Grenades against the Grenadiers. Though no kills, looks like some fresh riflemen, in fact, getting trained by Nashka. Whoops. Looks like Tommy's now going for the Krieg barracks. In the hopes that will provide him the solution. I imagine he might be going for some packs, actually. But he's holding on. Just barely, though there's no veterancy force infantry at all. not even veterans who want to provide a bit of healing, which probably could have helped him also veterans too much earlier on. A grenade right into the midst of everything. I mean, I have no idea why he got Veterans 2 for the vehicles, because Veterans 2 for, say, armored cars doesn't do much, nor does it do it for flags. I mean, infantry would have benefited more from some of that Veterans or the armor much earlier on. Let's return to Tommy, to the Bodenständige. Things are very close. Pershing once more getting repaired. And the line is once more still being held by a thread. Another grenadier squad could be put together any second soon. There we go. Providing more men to try and push back the armies from what remains of what this used to be a once little field for some poor French farmer. Let us call him Francois. Oh dear, one grenade knocks out 3 grenadiers. And these grenadiers definitely are going to need a medic pack. There we go, Veterans 3 riflemen push back.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
Riflemen moving up. Medics getting gunned down. And looks like the Pershing is on a mission. It could be, it might be going for that bunker. Hoping to knock it out and go for that final victory point, thus pushing Tommy completely into the grave. Now a pack moves up, but again, the army is on the other side of the map.
Ach, mein ears are ringing. Taking fire.
There we go, engineers moving up, and the Pershing moves forward. Was it waiting for the engineers? The Veterans won for the infantry. Finally! Very, very late that. Incredibly late. In fact, now the flag's getting stormed. And the American gets stormed off. And oh, flame for assault. MG down. This looks like to be the utter collapse. Grenadiers getting scorched alive. Riflemen pushing forwards. I'm pretty sure the Grenadiers are at the end. The MG getting torn to bits by the Pershing, although the flag is doing what it can. But I fear it shall not be enough. And the Grenadier squad went down. And there we go. Another Grenadier squad reformed and then killed, largely. But yeah, this is the end. GG, and game over. Victory for the 4th Infantry Division, a loss for the Wehrmacht. Despite their best attempts, the unit preservation was a bit dodgy at times, and definitely I think he could have done better with some more veterancy early on. In particular, I don't get it why he went for veterancy 2 for his vehicles. Definitely, I mean, getting veterancy 1 for his armor early on might have helped him, and definitely sending that Stuke over alone against a Sherman, which was veterancy 2, probably was not a good thing at all. I mean, really, there was these sort of small flaws there which rather coalesced into a greater failure. But the medic bunker definitely was a good move. Even getting a replacement one when he lost it still got him Grenadiers, still allowed him to hold on for as long as he did. But I think he should have invested more in veterancy towards his armor and infantry earlier on. And it might also have benefited to get a Nebenwerfer for a mortar to deal with that American mortar early on, because that really did a lot of damage. But again, I mean, for the other side, I mean, getting an early mortar early on for the Americans, I mean, after 3 infantry squad, for example, can really make a difference. I mean, notice how many kills he got. He got veterancy 3. Absolutely amazing. So there you go. Do hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends? And if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own? This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.